This case is not something that I've personally handled on my own. It was actually my father, Raimundo Armovit, who was lead counsel, and it was just in a assisting capacity that me and my brother Rafi participated in preparing for this case. No? My father has always taken up the cudgels for the underdog. You know, that's his psychology. You know, and I've seen that all my life. You know, he was convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that Paco was innocent because of the witnesses that came forward voluntarily and freely. We didn't think that 40 people would lie about that. I mean, what was in it for them, you know?
I met him through a family friend because I was new in Manila, and they had this bright idea of why not introduce me to Paco, because Paco had also just arrived in Manila to study there, and we happened to live in the same condominium.
Paco was one of my first students that we taught at CCA. Yeah.
Whenever he was in class, he was very, very polite. He'd always stand by the doorway. So whenever I'd pass by him, say, hi, good morning, good morning. So that pretty much, that was the extent of our conversation. Good morning, how are you? Like that.
He seemed to me like an innocent boy, despite his heft.
Even if he was big, he was a very gentle man, very soft-spoken, and he'd always talk about his dog and how he misses his dog.
July 16th, I saw Paco coming down. I saw Paco coming down, and I was very surprised because he was with a baking student. And it struck me as funny because here's this boy that I didn't know could be so friendly that he would know somebody else from another course. So I talked to them. And that's the reason why I knew that the testimony of those witnesses who said that they saw Paco in Ayala Center that day of July 16th at around 7:30, I knew that they were lying because I know what I saw.
It was really impossible because I remember he was with us the whole day. I mean, we took the exams the same day.
We were going to have laboratory, well, they call it midterms. It's supposed to be like a practical exam. And I remember that he came in relatively early, like right on time. And I think we were kind of teasing him because he's usually late. So everyone was teasing him that much because it was exams and he was there on time.
We took 2 exams together in July. First exam was on July 16th at around 8:30 in the morning, and then the next exam was the following day, same time, around 8:30 in the morning, July 17th.
The way we structure our class physically, you have to face one another. So if one was missing a pair, one would know automatically. And, well, my kids were never hypnotized en masse, so it's not as if we would have a collective memory forgotten or remembered.
We were together from about, say, 8:30 until 2:33 in the afternoon. Because that's how, during the duration of the class, we were together practically. And then the following day, again, I didn't see him after class. I don't really know where he went because I went home.
July 16th was a school night and we shouldn't have been out. Since we were all away from home, we were all away from Cebu, we did love to just get together and touch base, really. I mean, you're fighting homesickness and, you know, you're away from family, so you would really love to just see old friends.
That was really the first night I met Paco Jarque for the first time, and we are related. So I was very excited to meet him. And I met everybody else from Cebu that were studying in Manila that were in their circle of friends.
July 16 was the day that Marian Del Gallego went to Manila to visit her sisters, Monique and Maitina. So that night we went to the bar we used to go to a lot, R&R bar by Katipunan.
She just arrived to visit us, and since Paco was leaving, you know, we should all get together. And it was a weeknight.
Yeah, it was definitely a weeknight.
Yeah, it was a weeknight. I remember because we all had to go to school the next day.
I remember that day because it was a school night, so we really weren't supposed to go out.
The reason why I really
know and remember that date was because on July 16, I was chosen among my classmates to speak in behalf of a program in school.
I remember also it was that day because I attended Raymond's speech. He had something in school, and that was right across where I lived.
My mom naturally brought a camera, right? So we took pictures there. They listened to me speak, and then after that, we had dinner and we went home. When I was about to leave the condominium where we lived to go to the R&R restaurant, Resto Bar, where we were supposed to meet, my mom just said, "Raymond, why don't you finish the camera, the film of the camera?" So I got it and went there to the Resto Bar and, you know, took photos of the group, and obviously Paco was there.
July 16, we went to a small bar, a resto bar in somewhere in Katipunan, and we were there for just to talk and just to hang out.
I remembered I brought a car to Katipunan to the R&R bar, and we were with the Del Galiago sisters.
Around 10 o'clock, we all rode with Basti and Paco Harke, and then met up with everybody.
It was unusual for everybody to be there, especially Marian, who I've known since I was in high school, and that was like 2 days after her birthday that she went to Manila, because that's what she got for her birthday, a ticket to Manila from her dad. That was the only time that would have been possible for Marian and Paco to be in the same place at the same night.
Paco was with us, yeah, and we were there for 3 hours, just, you know, drinking beer and just, you know, just passing time.
Nung July 17 ng madaling araw, siguro mga ganap na 2:00, talagang nakita kong pumasok, bumalik dito. May kasama pa siya, kung hindi ako nakamali, mga 2 siguro yun, may kasama siya. Binati pa nga niya ako, "Good morning, Chief." Sabi pa gano'n sa akin.
The following day, early morning, he was back at school, and we were together again the whole day until the class ended around 2:30, 2 o'clock.
I do remember the dates. I do remember the year. I do remember him being there. I do remember recording. I do remember that he sometimes forgets to wear socks.
Without any doubt in mind, even if I didn't know the guy, I just knew that he was there.
So that's why I really, really recall that day, you know, he was there.
That's the way I saw and know it happened. And there's quite a few people who could tell you the same thing.
How can they say that? How can they accuse him of that crime? Not only was he with us in school, but, you know, based on what I know about Paco, I don't think he's capable of doing that.
You cannot say that these 40 people lied. You cannot say that, you know, suddenly for one certain cause and for one shot fee, they'll lie for you. That's too fantastic. So, I mean, these are honest people.